Thank you. All right, so good morning. Excited to be here and talk to you about a subject that we're passionate about. And really our goal is and intent is to help restaurateurs be more efficient. And really our focus was centered around the interaction and engagement with their team members, their hourly employees. And with this, we've seen obviously a turning of the tides over the past 15 years. The industry is faced with a lot of challenges. As far as the growth of it, we're looking at over 300,000 jobs every year for the past 5 years, going into the 6th year. It surpasses the economy in the restaurants are in the U.S. today. That positive growth is continuing, and you're competing against other competitors in that space, the on-demand jobs that are available today. The Uber, Lyft, your Instacarts. Your staff is finding other ways to make money to where they can be their own boss. They don't have to have some of the interactions that they have with managers today. As most of you know, people leave managers, they don't leave companies. And when they have new means to do so and make their own money, they're going to take that direction. We also have a very diverse workforce. We've got 3 generations in the industry. So the way that you recruit, the way that you train, the way that you hire, schedule, and engage, you need to think differently today. Now, the one thing that we all have in common is we're connected. We're all connected through mobility, and that tends to be the focus no matter what generation you're in. For the digital native, those are the ones that don't want to go back to the old way of doing things. They want efficiencies through mobile applications that allow them to do their job more effectively. As far as the millennials today, they're tech dependent. They depend on technology. They're not, a lot of people say they're tech savvy. It's not that. They're dependent on their technology to run their day-to-day. And they want that engagement, real-time access, and they want things on demand, like their schedule. Shift trading, requesting time off. They want to know that these interactions are instantaneous when they go through these events while they're working in restaurants. So I have 17 years of experience in running restaurants. I live vicariously through customers all over the U.S. and some even out of the country, to where I get to see, at least today, what some of their challenges are. I always still say I'm a restaurateur because it's something that I'm very passionate about. So these are a few recipes for success that you can use in your restaurants. Now, one of the things as far as winning the war for talent, you have to look at your staff as the recruiters for your business. So if you think about them and focus on them, they're going to help you obviously find the best talent. Now, one of the things that we realized through the referral process, 7% of all applicants come from referrals, but 40% of all hires, it's actually over 40% of all hires are coming from referrals. Now, being in the tech industry, we will provide our staff with a referral program to try and recruit talent, and we'll pay upwards of $2,000 if they stay on for 6 months. As we talk with restaurateurs, many of them have tried to put a process in place, but it's something that needs to be a part of your process if you think about it. Referrals stick around longer, they're faster to hire, and they're all also people of the same like and culture that they're bringing into your business. We see that on technology, you see it in restaurants. It just needs to be something that you should implement in your restaurants and be able to track, because you will attract the very best talent. Now, as far as what we're seeing with some of the career sites and job boards as a source from JobVite, the job boards will have high turn within the first year, about 80%. If you have a connection with someone that you're going to refer into the business, you're more likely to stay around longer, as well as that team member. So it's just something to take into consideration as you're going through this. Prioritize growth and development. We work with a lot of restaurants on labor management. You have to think about competencies that need to be developed. Now, I don't know if Danny Meyer's here, but I'm fascinated with his book. I talk about the hospitality gene. You really need to also think about the business gene. Do they really know the P&L? Do they know how to make money? When you are developing them, think about the why. They need to learn certain things like labor management, schedule management, competencies that need to be developed. And then create a community. Give them an outlet. Now, we're going to have a conversation about outlets of employees being able to engage and interact. If you give them the means to communicate internally, they will have that as an outlet to where there's better engagement, better connection, and the ability for them to interact not only with the team members within the business, and that's a good thing, but also with managers, because they are connected in a different way. They will not answer your phone calls if you're calling to try and get a shift covered. They are simply looking for ways to connect, and the way they're doing that is through mobile devices. And we have the means to do that. Now, as far as every one of your team members, you're not handing out emails, so you don't have a way to connect with them entirely. This allows you to have the opportunity to connect with them anytime a scenario occurs to where they're engaged and they understand things like principles, beliefs, and values within your business. These are the things that you can share by building a community in whatever outlet you choose to use. And then appreciate and enable them. Appreciate and enable them. You know, we always say that the schedule is the secret weapon to employee retention. There's an emotional feeling every time you receive a schedule. What it shows to you is what your manager thinks about you, the shifts that are given to you. You also want to know that you have the ability to have flexibility to take time off when you absolutely need to, because things happen. And you know you want to get shifts covered. If you don't provide a means for that easy flexibility, people end up working shifts, and guess what? They don't want to be there, and they're serving your customer. So you have to find ways to show your appreciation through this, provide them tools that make their lives easier.